Good morning, students. Myself G.Radha, Senior Lecturer in CCP from Government Polytechnic Farman, Warangal. Today, we are going to deal with the subject Fundamentals of Information Technology. This is a subject which is in first semester, and the subject code is 18 CCP 105F. This subject is taught to first semester students, and the topic today we are going to discuss is understand the history and importance of computers, and the subtopics we are going to discuss in this today's class is what is definition of computers and its capabilities, areas in business where computers are used, different data processing operations. So on completion of this period, students, you will be able to know what is computer, what are the characteristics and capabilities of computers, what are the advantages and disadvantages of computers, and the areas in business where the computers are used, and what are the different data processing operations. Now let us go to the next slide. Now, now this is a picture where you can see it is showing, hello, I will take you on a tour of the world of computers. So what is a computer? Let us see what is a computer. A computer is a machine that can be instructed to carry out sequence of arithmetic or logical operations automatically via computer programming. Modern computers have the ability to follow generalized sets of operations called programs. So actually students, what is a computer? Computer came from the word compute, which means to calculate. It is nothing but a computer is an electronic device which is used to perform. It used to take the input, process that input and give the output. Okay, input is from keyboard, we'll be taking the input from the keyboard, process will be done in the CPU, and output will be displayed on monitor or on the hard copy, that is on the paper. So what is a computer here? A programmable electronic device designed to accept data, perform prescribed mathematical and logical operations at high speed, and display the results of these operations. So what are the examples of computers is mainframes, desktop and laptops, tablets, smartphones are some of the different types of computers. Okay. So this is about the definition of computer. So what is a computer? Computer came from the word compute, which means to calculate. It is a machine. Computer is a machine that can be instructed to carry out sequence of arithmetic or logical operations automatically via computer programming. So let us go to the actual definition. That is a so definition, we can define a computer in points. That is, it is an electronic device. It receives and stores a large volume of data in the form of symbols and digits, process the data at a high speed, outputs the results with a pre-selected degree of accuracy. Okay students, see here in the picture he's defining the word computer. That is a what is a definition defining the word like this. That is data or program. This is input, and calculation operations or calculations is performed here in the middle, and the result will be displayed. That is the output. Okay students, let us proceed to the next slide. So what is computer process? So computer process is nothing but you're entering the input, a set of raw data, processes and output a desired information. So this is a picture on computer. This is a monitor. You can say this is CPU. These are sound boxes. Okay students. Now next let us go to the next slide is parts of computers. So what are the parts of computers here? The basic components, the system unit, the monitor, the keyboard, the floppy disk drive, the hard disk drive, the mouse, printer, scanner. These are optional. Mouse, printer, scanner are optional. Now, the system unit. What is the system unit here? And the monitor here. Okay. You have a monitor here. You can see it. This is output device. The keyboard here. Okay students, you can see pictorially it is a picture is shown here in the slide. That is, this is monitor, this is keyboard, this is printer. So monitor and printer are output devices, and you have a CPU processor, and this is a mouse. So what are the input devices here? We have is the keyboard, mouse, and output devices are the printer and monitor. And this is a CPU processor. Okay students. Now we have the other things is storage devices. These are external storage devices. So internal storage device will be RAM, ROM. Okay. Now, these are the external storage devices: pen drive, floppy, CD. Okay, and mouse, printer, scanner. These are optional. So these are the parts of computers. Okay, students. Now let us move to the next slide. So in this slide also, we can see different parts. That is you. What is a computer? It is nothing but an electronic device which takes input, process that input, and gives the output in a desired manner. We have seen the definition. So the three parts he's showing here is, first one is input, keyboard, mouse, then process. That is, processing will be done in central processing unit. This is a second part here you can see, and output that is shown on the video. That is nothing but a monitor which is called visual display unit. Okay students, video, full form of video is visual display unit. This is a monitor. Now let us then we have keyboard, mouse, CPU, okay, mouse, which I have already told you, and pictorially, that is picture, it is showing all the parts of the computers. Okay, students, I think you got an idea. This is a keyboard, and this is mouse, this is CPU, this is video, that is monitor. The other name for monitor is video. Some parts of computers, other than these basic parts, we have some other parts, basic components. We have other parts of computers is, that is a printer, then CPU box, this is CPU box, this is monitor, this is keyboard, this is modem for connecting the internet. Okay, modem means modulator, demodulator. Okay, this is full form of modem. Then you have a mouse here. This is CD ROM drive where you can keep CD. This is a speaker. So these are the other parts of the computers which, other than basic, which we have seen before in the before slides. The basic components of computers are the system unit, the monitor, the keyboard, the floppy disk drive, the hard disk drive, mouse, printer, scanner. Other than these basic parts you have, then the, that is mouse, CPU box, modem, CD-ROM drive, speakers. Okay students, now let us come to the next topic is history and evolution of computers. So what is the history and evolution of computers? How the computers has evolved? What is the beginning, when it has been, by whom it has been invented? Okay students, necessity is the mother of invention. The earliest device that qualifies as a computer is the abacus. So this is a first computers which was invented in the 600 BC by China, are still used in China and Japan. Okay, this is abacus. This permits the users to represent numbers and do simple calculations like additions and subtraction. Even till today, also China and Japan uses this one. This is abacus. This is the first computers invented in 600 BC. Okay, students. Next. So this is abacus. You can see in the picture. So this is abacus here. The picture shows you the abacus. This is an ancient computing device. It has a wooden frame holding wires on which beads are strung. Okay. So these are the beads which are strung on the wooden frame. Wire. This is a wooden frame which contains the wire on which beads are strung. To show a number, you pull down the beads so that each rod represents a digits. Okay. So when you pull down the beads, each bead represents a digit. Okay students, now next let us proceed to the Next slide is manual calculating device was invented by John Napier. It was called Napier's bones, used in 17th and 18th centuries. This is about the, we are going through the history of computers. We are discussing about the history and evolution of computers. Okay, students. Now, next is the first mechanical adding machine, invented by Blaise Pascal in 1642. Second machine, more effective calculator, produced by Gottfried Leibniz in 1694, which performed multiplication and division. Next, who is the father of modern digital computers is Charles Babbage. Okay, in 1822, a professor of mathematicians at Cambridge University, who was Charles Babbage. He invented the modern digital computers. Okay, devised a machine called difference engine for the Royal Society. Analytical engine recognized as multi-stone, signifying the start of the computer age. So who is the father of computer, students? Charles Babbage. Okay. Now in the next slide, this is about the characteristics or capabilities of computers. What are the capabilities or what are the characteristics of computers? Okay. So what are the characteristics of computers? First one is, we have 8 characteristics or 8 capabilities of computers. First one is speed, second one is accuracy, third one is consistency, fourth one is storage capacity, fifth one is flexibility, sixth is diligence, seventh is versatility, eighth is retrieval. Okay, students. Now let us see what is speed. So what is speed here? Computer works at a great speed. It can process data and at microseconds, that is 10 to the power of minus 6 seconds. Some advanced computers can process at nano, that is 10 to the power of minus 9 seconds, pico, that is 10 to the power of minus 12 seconds. Okay, students. And the basic characteristic of computer is, main characteristics capability is speed. Okay. Now, second capability of computer is accuracy. So it can process the data without any mistakes. Computer is an electronic device. It processes the data without any mistakes. It can do calculations with 100% accuracy. Okay, students. Third capability or third characteristic of computer is, a computer gives consistent output throughout. If an operation is performed for n number of times, there is same consistent output. Okay. Consistency means the output will be same. If you perform an operation several times, the same output is displayed. That is nothing but called consistent output. Okay, students. So computer's capability is, it gives consistent output. Next, storage. So what is the storage? Computer is used mainly, these are the main important capabilities, or you can say characteristics of computers. So storage, it can store large amount of data for processing computers. Large amount of data can be stored in permanent devices called storage devices. Okay, computer is an electronic device which is mainly used for storing a large amount of data, mainly used for speed. Okay, mainly used for accuracy, mainly used for consistency and storage. These are very important characteristics of computers. Okay, students. So what are the secondary storage devices used to store data permanently is, which I have already uh, told you in the picture in the previous slides, that floppy disk, hard disk, CD, pen drive. So these are the secondary storage devices used to store the data permanently. So these are the pictures of storage devices you can see here in the slide, that is floppy disk, which now does not exist, as we don't have floppy disk now. Okay, floppy disk drive, internal structure of a disk. Then hard disk will be there in the system. You can see this is a hard disk here. You have CD-ROM drive, where you keep the CDs inside and processing will be done. this is CD-ROM, and this is a pen drive. So these are the external storage devices in computers. Next characteristic of computer is flexibility. Okay, we have seen that is a main capabilities is speed. Okay, speed, consistency, storage capacity, then this is the flexibility. Computers can be used by all sections in the society, right from mini to mainframe computers. Okay, flexibility, you can change. There is a changes in the way, that is manufacturing of even sizes of computers also. We can see that previously it was a video visual display unit, that is a, now you can see all the people are using tabs, laptops. Okay, students, this is about flexibility. Next, diligence. So what is the meaning of diligence? It is nothing but it can do a lot of work for any length of time without getting tired. Okay, students, because computer is an electronic device, it is a machine. It is not, it is a machine, it don't get tired. It can work for a long length. Okay, student, that is the meaning of diligence. So this is one of the characteristics of computer. Next one is versatility. Versatility means versions will be changing in computers. They can do various types of processing such as word processing, graphics, mathematical calculations, logical comparisons, tabular information processing, data processing, file maintenance. So versatility means using the computers in different ways. That is, computers can be used even for word processing, for developing the graphics, for mathematical calculations, and also for maintaining tabular data, that is rows and columns, and also for processing the files. Okay, students, this is meaning of versatility. Next characteristic of computer is retrieval. The stored information can be retrieved at remarkable speed. Retrieval of data is easy and effective. You can gather the information whatever you processed at a very high speed. This is a retrieval. So these are the students, these are the characteristics of computers. So what are the characteristics of computers we have discussed now in this class? That is nothing but a 8 types of characteristics, that is speed, accuracy, consistency, storage capacity, flexibility, diligence, versatility, and retrieval. Okay, student, I think you have got the understood the capabilities or characteristics of computers. Now let us move to the next topic is, we are going to discuss is about advantages of computers. So what are the advantages of computers? Computers process any kind of data such as charts, graphs, words, numbers. First point, first advantage. They can process data at incredible speed, which we have already seen as a characteristic. They can store large amount data on compact disk devices like floppy disk, and it is easy to access data through computers. So these are the advantages, and computers work untiringly. Okay, that is nothing but diligence. We have seen the characteristics, they don't get tired and they work day and night. They are easy to operate with a little training. They process data accurately and makes no mistakes. Okay, students, so these are the advantages of computers. Computer process any kind of data. They can process data at incredible speed. They can store large amount of data, and it is easy to access data stored through computers. Computers work untiringly. They are easy to operate with a little training. They process data accurately and makes no mistakes. So these are the advantages of computers. Let us move to the next topic is, what are the disadvantages of computers? So students, what are the, even computers have several advantages and also there are some disadvantages also. Okay, merits and demerits, you can say. The computers also have some demerits, disadvantages. So first one is computers are costly. Second one is they're fast foods in the sense, because computers are very costly. The cost of computers will be more in the sense means they don't have any uh, feelings, or you can say they don't have any feelings like that. That is a sense. They can do only what they are told to do. That's all. They will do what they are told to do. They don't think what is good, what is bad, all those things. Then lot of training is needed to use them. Okay, these are the disadvantages you have. They need power. Okay, they are of no direct use to illiterates. Okay, these are the disadvantages of computer students. Now let us move to the next topic is areas where computers are used. Okay, the areas actually where the computers are mainly used is in banks, railway stations, hospitals. Okay students, I think you have seen today, nowadays, everywhere in every department they are using computers for working. Okay, there is no book and pen, paper and pen, only systems are seen in all the departments. Okay, banks, railway stations, hospitals, airports, libraries, schools, ATMs, colleges, homes, etc. Okay, so in this lockdown period, in this COVID, due to COVID, all the people at home are using computers for doing work from home. Okay, okay, students. Now let us go to the next slide. So computers for business and office. Okay student, you can see here a picture is shown here in office how they are working on computers. So office helps to store the information of employees, helps to prepare salary slips in a matter of few minutes at the end of the month. Okay, in offices computers are used mainly for storing the information of employees and for generating the salary slips. Okay students, computers for a railway and airlines. Okay, why computers are used in, what for computers are used in railways? Used at reservation counters to keep the details of the seats available for ticketing purpose, for reserving, that is nothing but a, for booking the tickets. These computers is used for uh, knowing the seats available, whether the vacancy of seats is available or not in railways. Airlines, used by airlines for ticketing purpose. Also in airlines also, computers are used to check for the details of the seats available for ticketing purpose. Okay students, next, computers for playing games, drawing and designing. Here, even at homes, several children will use the computers for playing games, and also the computers can be used for drawings and for designing also machines. So computers are used for even designing airplanes. Okay, cars, all those things also computers are used for designing. See here, see students here in the picture, he's showing use of computers, playing games with computer. Here the student is, the children's playing with computer and drawing and designing. Okay students, now let us move to the next slide. Computer for video conferencing. Okay students, you can see here camera, webcam, this is called webcam. On this, on the top of the computers, she has put webcam and she's talking, sitting in front of the system and talking to the person, where this webcam captures her picture here and transmits there. This is called video conferencing. Computers for video conferencing. Computers in industries and factories. Okay, what for computers are used in industries? To guide the machines in welding, drilling industries. Next, what for computers are used in factories? To guide the manufacture and processing of metals such as cutting and molding. Okay, computers in industries are used to guide the machines in welding and drilling. Next, in factories computers are used to um, guide for process, manufacturing and processing of metals such as cutting, molding. Okay students, now let us move to the next slide. Computer for inventory control. Okay, in inventory control is nothing but a, it is a, it is nothing but a place where we store the data, we gather the information of, that is the opening stock and closing stock, raw materials. where we actually store the raw material. Stock of raw materials will be available that is nothing but inventory control, you can say. So in inventory control, computers are used for maintenance of stock of raw materials and other equipment can be carried out using computers. It is maintenance of stock of raw materials and other material. Okay, computers are used in inventory control. Next, computers for libraries. Okay, what for the computers are used in libraries to store the information of the books and its authors, known as cataloging. Okay, computers are used in libraries to store the information of the books and its authors. The main the process of storing the information of books and its authors is nothing but called cataloging. Okay, students, this is the word cataloging, means storing the information of books and its authors. Next, computers in schools. So in schools, what for computers are used? Computers can play the role of a teacher, used to display the drawings in science, maps in social studies, etc. Used to conduct the quiz competitions and other activities. Also nowadays we have digital computers, digital computer rooms where the students are given are given the computer systems and net connection. They can browse the topics and gather the information they want. Digital library, that is nothing but a nowadays in all the polytechnic colleges they are maintaining digital libraries where they keep the computer systems with internet connection or Wi-Fi, and the students can go into that digital library and gather the sit in front of the computer systems and gather the all the topics information of the topics they want. This is the digital library they are maintaining in school, that is a polytechnic colleges nowadays. Computers in schools, this is a in schools how computers are used. Okay, next, computers in defense. Okay, students, now you can see in colleges, in our college also we have that is nothing but a digital library. Okay, students, so computers in defense. So in defense, computers are mainly used to maintain the information of the frontline military activities. Defense is nothing but it is about the military activities, military system. That is military. That is a country militaries. They are also used to support the administrative services. Okay, so this is the where computers are used in defense. What for they are used in defense is to maintain the information of the frontline military activities and to support the administrative services. Next, computers in police oblique security. So what for the computers are used in police, that is data relating to accidents or malpractices can be stored which can help in solving the cases and for future references. Okay, computers are used in police department to store the data relating to the accidents and malpractices for solving the cases. Okay, when they are stored in the computer systems, all these data they can be used for solving the case and they can be gathered for future reference also. Okay, students, so this is how the computers are used in police department. Next, computers in banks. So what for computers are used in banks? They are widely used for office work. The details of money deposited in the bank or withdrawn by the customer from his account will be stored. So in banks, computers are used to maintain the details of the person who has opened the account in the in the branch in the bank, and his money deposited, how much money is deposited in this account, how much money he has withdrawn from his account will be stored in the computer systems in banks. Okay, students, as such the information of account holder's name, address and balance amount in his account will also be displayed on the screen. Even with computers in banks, you can also gather the information on the screen, that is you can get the output of the account holder's name, his address and balance amount in his account. So these are the use of computers in banks. Next, computers in medical field. So how computers are used in medical field? Used to detect diseases of patients, to control the hospital administration, storing patients' information, doctor and other concerned people. Okay, students. So in medical field, computers are used to even detect the diseases of the patients, and also to see the administration side, maintaining the, that is how many doctors are there in the hospital, and what are their names, their addresses, how many nurses are working, and how many patients are present in outpatients and inpatients are present in the hospital. All these information can be gathered, can be stored in computer for future references. Okay, students. Now let us go to the next slide is computer and weather forecasting. Okay. So these are the topics we are discussing in the where the computers, the areas where computers are used, actually basic things. Okay. Where actually nowadays everywhere computers are used in all the departments, in all the processes. Okay. Now this slide is discussing about the computers in weather forecasting. How the computers are used in weather forecasting. That is nothing but used to determine the weather forecast and make predictions of rain, storms, cyclone, etc. by processing data collected by satellites. Okay, that is nothing but it gives prior information about the rains, storms, and cyclones. Okay, students. So in weather forecasting also computers are used to give these informations very quickly before only. Forecasting before only. Okay. Computers for space. Okay, students, computers for space. Even computers can be used in spaces. Okay, to guide the launching of rockets into space. That is, they are used in the ground space station to carry out all relevant operations, controlling the speed, direction of rockets in the space, etc. Okay, students. So these are the uses of computers in space. Okay. So this is about the topic we were discussing about areas where computers are used. Discuss the areas where computers are used is, we were discussing the areas is banks, railway stations, hospitals, airports, libraries, schools, ATMs, colleges, homes. In ATMs also, all time ATMs also we can use computers. We are seeing today uh, in ATMs the computers will display the when accounts details, how much the balance is, how much you are withdrawing. Okay, all these things. So let us move to the next topic, students. So we discussed till now we were discussing about the topics, that is what is the computer, what is the definition of computer, what is the history and evolution of computers, and what are the characteristics and capabilities of computers. And we also discussed what is the advantages and disadvantages of computers. And also we discussed about the areas where computers are used. Now in the next topic we'll be discussing about the data processing operations. What is this data processing operation? That is nothing but computer is an electronic device which takes input from keyboard, or you can enter the input through keyboard or mouse, and processing is done in CPU. Okay, we have seen there CPU box also in the drawings, that data processing is done there. So what are the types of data processing operations in computers? So these are the methods of data processing operations in computers. That is a batch processing, online processing, real time processing, and distributed processing. So there are four different types of data processing operations in computers. Okay, students. So what are these? let us see these four types of data processing operations. Batch processing. This is a method where the information is to organized and sorted, where the information to be organized is sorted into groups to allow for efficient and sequential processing. Batch. Okay. Here what will happen? The information to be organized is sorted first into groups to allow for efficient and sequential process. This is batch processing. Next, first in first out. Okay, who comes first will be taken first. Next, online processing. This is a method that utilizes internet connections. Okay, online processing means here the computer is using internet connections and equipment directly attached to a computer. It is used mainly for information recording and research. So online processing is main used for information recording and research. Next type of processing is real-time processing. This technique has the ability to respond almost immediately to various signals in order to acquire and process the information. This is real-time processing is nothing but this is a immediate response is given. That is the process which is put in use. That is nothing but called real-time process. That is successful. The process which is successfully running, which is put in use in day by day operations is nothing but called real time processing. Okay, this technique has the ability to respond almost immediately to various signals in order to acquire and process information. Next type of data processing operation is distributed processing. This method is commonly utilized by remote workstations connected to one big central workstation or server. Okay, this is distributed processing is nothing but a, here we have a server controls all the other clients which are connected to the server. So this is nothing but called distributed processing, and ATMs are the good examples of the data processing methods. Okay students, so we were discussing about the methods of data processing operations in computers, that is batch processing, online processing, real-time processing and distributed processing. Okay students, now let us proceed to the next slide. There it is giving summary of the today's class, that is nothing but what all we have discussed in today's class is definition, history and evolution of computers, characteristics and capabilities of computers, then advantages of computers, disadvantages, and computers are used in many areas for various purposes that we have already discussed, and data processing operations. Okay students, now let us see a quiz here. Here you have a question. A computer is a dash. What is a computer? Here you can say you have four choices, that is A, B, C, D. A contains mechanical device, B electrical device, C electronic device, D a mechanical and electrical device. So what is the answer here? Computer is a electronic device. Okay students. Next question. Let us see the quiz. Questions of quiz you have here in today's class. The major characteristics of a computer are major. What is the major characteristics? We'll see we have some options here. A is speed only, B is accuracy only, C is cost effectiveness, D is consistency only. No. The major characteristic of a computer is cost effectiveness. Okay students. Next. Third question. In banks, computers are mainly used for what they are mainly used for? A. Security. B. Identification of customer. C. For storing pay details. D. For storing customer transactions. Okay. What is the answer is for storing customer transactions. This is the answer. Okay students. So on completion of the system of this class, I want to give some assignments. So what are the assignments you have to do for today's class is Can you think of any applications of computers other than mentioned in this period? How can you use a computer for your academic work like homework? Okay, these are the assignments of today's class. Okay, students, after going to home, try these questions, and in tomorrow's class we'll be discussing about these assignment questions. Okay, next. Next slide is displaying the frequently asked questions in your exams, end exams. Okay, students, in end exams, the frequently asked questions are: what is a computer? List out some of the important characteristics, capabilities of computers, and explain the advantages and disadvantages of computers. Briefly explain the history of computer. Then give three areas where computers are used. Briefly explain the methods of data processing operations in computers. Okay, these are the frequently asked in previous end exams questions. Okay, students, so in today's class, so these are the topics we have discussed. So I think you have understood that is a basic thing, what is a computer, what are the characteristics of computers, and the areas where actually computers are used. Basic areas, very important areas where actually computers are used, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of computers, and what are the different data processing operations of computers. Okay, students, these are the topics we have discussed in today's class. So I'll end the class here. Bye, students. Bye for today.